Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for all being here, whatever part of the world you're in. I hope I do it justice from the hotel lobby. It will definitely be beer o'clock when I finish this presentation. But I didn't want to miss the regular Monday one, so here we go. We have just the most amazing story to tell you. My own story is a little surreal. I can't believe it's happened to me. It never did in the last 30 years. I've had a measure of success, referring and networking. And what we're looking at today is the most noble form of referring and isn't actually multi-level marketing. And there are so many clever facets here of what's on offer. But we're going to be making some bold claims. We're going to be claiming, even as we are on the screen now, that you're looking at the world's strongest blockchain alliance. That's a big claim. We're going to be making very generous offers, and we're going to be making bold statements about the heritage and history in the marketplace and the success in the marketplace and the equity partnerships in the marketplace and the market capitalization of these equity investments in the marketplace of our owners and founders. But we have the most amazing due diligence document to back up everything I say. So please try and stay with us. Don't worry if you don't get all of the information, because there is a lot of it to put forth to try and cover everything and get those who may be looking for the second or third time to understand everything is our ambition. Please come back and look again if something goes over your head or you don't really understand it, or ask the person who sent you here to elaborate or to get that question answered for you. Our legal disclaimer must come first, and of course, while we thank you for attending the presentation, under no circumstances should you construe it any type of solicitation, investment, or financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. We give you the information in general terms. We don't account for your specific personal financial situation, nor will we offer you an idea of what you could participate with. It's totally up to you. You must also realize that the project is on a best effort basis, and like any project, there's a risk of loss. Having said that, we're here to show you how we believe that loss is supremely, or that risk of loss is supremely mitigated by what I've just mentioned, the stature, reputation, and heritage in the marketplace of our owners and founders. And because we're going to spend probably more time than we would spend on that area, and we do that because there has been so many opportunities that have failed or not live up to expectations or not live up to promises in this area. And in the digital area, it's so easy to misrepresent something and take value from people to build an idea. That we want to really, really emphasize who we are offering you a partnership with. So what's in it for us? Well, there's a unique membership. And if you think of the legacy world, the world we now live in, there where we have been educated to expect generous interest rates of maybe 0.5% or 1% from our banks on an annual basis, then this next offer of this membership may not sit well with you. You might be a little confused or suspicious of it. My ambition in this presentation is to show you that what is not available in the legacy world we've been used to dealing with is available in the world of blockchain. Now, a quick word on blockchain. It is one of the most revolutionary elements of invention ever thought up by the ingenious mind of a man or woman. It's up there with the wheel, fire, the internet, the internal combustion engine. And there are quarters in the world, most notably the World Economic Forum, who have said that the blockchain capability for transformation in the world will equal, if not surpass, that of the internet. And digital currency is only possibly 1 or 2% of blockchain's capabilities. It is reaching into every facet of our lives, and it's going to disturb the legacy world that we've come to know. The legacy communications, legacy social media, legacy video streaming, legacy license and music streaming, legacy property world. Most of all, I suppose, the 300-year-old legacy banking system that we have become used to. And no legacy bank could offer to pay you a reward such as the HyperFund and HyperTech group of companies. Every one of our members generates a minimum daily reward of 0.5% of their membership value. I always liken it to a golf club. And if you have a membership of a golf club, you have many benefits: access to the private members bar and lounge, discounts in the pro shop, discounts to rent your golf buggy. And of course, you get to play at your golf club without paying green fees. The guests pay green fees, the members don't. Imagine the golf club trying to pay back 0.5% of your membership value every day. If you do the maths, in 200 days, they'd have paid you back your full membership. What happens on day 201? Where do they get that 0.5% having given you all of your membership back? Do you think they could double your membership? Do you think they could triple your membership? It's impossible in the world we've been conditioned to understand. It's not impossible. In fact, it's not only possible, it's happening each and every day under the HyperTech umbrella, and with this amazing opportunity we're about to show you. And if you think of Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, we'll also, as a community, be looking at new blockchain projects where historically our founders and owners have brought 19,000% plus gains for our members. You'll also receive a blockchain education if you want it. It's fully democratized. It's there in everybody's back office and created by 3 of the top universities in the world. You can also access unique applications. We're here to show you those applications today to improve your business and your life. So that sounds pretty positive, but look at who is behind it. Who could be behind this multi-billion-dollar group? Is it an elusive personality we never see? No, it's a very, very public personality. A discreet and humble man, but his name is Yujing Zhu, or Ryan Zhu. He's a self-made blockchain, not multi-millionaire, but multi-billionaire, and one of the largest cryptocurrency miners. He is the subject of a documentary. He and 3 or 4 others at the top of the blockchain genre are featured in an Amazon Prime documentary series. It's a 6-part documentary called Next Blockchain. Check it out on Amazon Prime Video. If you don't have that, we will send you a URL link where you can just click on and watch it for yourself. And in this documentary, you'll see why he is now not only known as the Martian, because it's as if he came down from Mars with an innate knowledge of the industry and the digital currency and the blockchain discipline, but also he is now bestowed the title, the King of Cryptocurrency. You don't get that title without doing something remarkable. And Ryan Zhu did something remarkable in 2014. He and a handful of others, but principally he, stepped in and put their life's net worth on the line to save a protocol that was failing, and that protocol and that currency is called Bitcoin. And by saving Bitcoin, he, by extension, I suppose, offered a lifeline to the existence of the other 10,000 digital currencies that are out there today. So the king of cryptocurrency may need a little bit of our help. If that doesn't intrigue you, I mean, you might be in the wrong place. But who is helping Ryan Zhu at this moment? Well, our chairman is Sam Lee. He's a successful and highly regarded cryptocurrency and blockchain early adopter, and much feted on the world's largest news services like CNN and Bloomberg, Sky News and Forbes. And Sam has recently, well, a year and a piece ago, spoke at the blockchain conference sponsored by Binance in Barcelona. So we're looking at the HyperTech group, and it consists roughly of 3 arms and lots of acquisitions and investments, if you like. Blockchain Global wasn't founded yesterday. It was founded by Ryan and Sam 7 years ago. It's a blockchain investment and token listing service company. And through this vehicle, Ryan has invested over $300 million of his own money into blockchain projects. He founded Koala Capital 6 years ago. It's one of the largest blockchain venture capital companies in the world. And he's invested over $400 million through this vehicle into blockchain companies. Hcash is the scientific arm of the group, and this has been dubbed the world's most advanced blockchain project. It's around since 2016. I didn't call it that title. CSIRO gave it that title, and that's the Australian National Governmental Science Agency. And Hcash is all about quantum-resistant security projects. It's under the directorship of Dr. Joseph Liu, who is known as the godfather of Monero, one of the biggest digital currencies out there, and they're working very closely with computer giant IBM. The company retains offices in Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, and in Hong Kong. So a multi-billion-dollar group with over $700 million invested in some of the world's most successful blockchain projects and companies. And if you're looking at the digital currency market, you'll know that there's an element of volatility involved. Well, who makes money when the market is slipping? And who makes money equally when the market is rising? The exchanges. And this group of companies have equity in over 40 of them, including OKEX, Huobi, CoinW, Who, and ZB, collectively conducting well in excess of $10 billion of trade per day. Ryan Zhu is also an equity shareholder in the largest digital exchange in the world. It's called Binance. You'll see $25 billion on the screen. Binance has lately been doing 50, 60, even touching $70 billion a day in trade. So these are supremely profitable elements and revenue generating, making streams of revenue for the HyperTech group, no matter what the market is doing, falling or rising. Ryan is an angel investor in 12 of the top digital currencies in the world. That means he is a whale or large hodler or holder of these currencies. You can check that out in our due diligence document. And an investor and technology partner in Tron and NEM, multi-billion-dollar projects. He made a purchase through Koala Capital in 2017 for the tidy sum of $100 million of the BI Wang Group, now the BW Group. This is one of the 4 biggest digital currency miners in the world, and its attached cryptocurrency exchange trading around $500 million a day. Ryan and Sam and Jaden have launched their own digital currency projects as well. Molecular Future is the currency of choice that we use to extract our value from the HyperTech system for our efforts. And HyperDAO.com will introduce you to as the decentralized finance token at the center of the ecosystem being created by Ryan, Sam, and by Jaden. And some of the projects Colin Starr has helped to market include that big one with the huge return of over 19,000%, which is Qtum. And if you look down the right-hand side, you'll see that H-share was the lowest return for our members at 355%. Suddenly, the golf club not being able to pay you 0.5% of your membership per day is paling into insignificance with the potential that's here with this group of companies and these stellar business leaders. Their high-level collaborations are well detailed in our due diligence document, including partnerships with Hong Kong Polytechnic University, Shanghai Jiaotong University, and Monash University, and some of the government collaborations, including memorandums of understanding with the Australian Trade and Investment Commission, bringing blockchain centres to Indonesia with the chairman of the SEC in Montenegro, the Danish consulate, the Russian Bank of Foreign Economic Activity, and even sitting, as Sam is in the bottom right-hand corner, with the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Imran Khan. So the government collaborations, reputation, success in the marketplace, equity shareholdings are here, and they're evident, and these are not people who shy. They're not wilting flowers. They are very public personalities in the blockchain and digital currency space. Should you trust them? Well, look at their track record, turning $700 million into over $10 billion of collected market valuation across the digital currency and exchange spectrum. OKEX, HPX, Tron, Binance, Huobi, Omisco, VeChain, Qtum, Molecular Future, HyperDAO, owning the BW Group. The success trail is already there. They already have millions of users across their multiple exchanges with billions of dollars under management and investment projects with up to 19,000% under Colin Starr's management, as we've shown you. And they have developed the unique membership that allows you to share in their profits of, guess how much? 0.5% per day until your membership is not only paid back, but doubled. And we have a triple offer on at this time. So that's the offer. And you might now be wondering, why does the world's largest blockchain alliance want to pitch a partnership to me? Well, that's what the rest of the presentation is all about. The future is the HyperFund ecosystem. And I mentioned the old legacy world. We have legacy banking, legacy financial technology, legacy e-commerce shopping sites, legacy crypto mining, legacy social media where privacy, etc., have recently been a concern, legacy news channels, and above all, legacy banking. Well, what if I was to tell you that the company own not just their own currencies, but their own bank? It's called HyperBC. They have their own HyperFin company, which is a bridge between centralized finance, the old banking system, and decentralized finance, the new blockchain banking system. They also have one of the most downloaded wallets in the world. You can download it for free wherever you get your apps, from Apple or from the Android Google store. It's called HyperPay, and it's the only digital wallet you'll ever need. So I hope we're giving you the impression that Ryan and Sam are setting up this huge ecosystem to cater for and take in the huge tsunami of demand for blockchain services that is about to hit the world in the next 2, 3, 4, and 5 years. We'll have our own shopping mall, very much rivaling the shopping malls that are online at the moment, but much more digital currency friendly. Our own video show, our own news channels, our own talk channels, and social media interaction channels. Hyper mining is launching in the very near future, in fact, in the next week or two. And HPX will be another fully owned digital currency exchange in that very profitable area. So these are the apps and the interaction applications of the future around the HyperDAO decentralized finance token. And this is why we're here, because the only missing ingredient, all of the technology is there, all of the wealth and investment capability is there from Ryan and Sam. The one thing that's missing is that which makes money for every single large corporation in the world. people. And HyperTech won 30 million customers to execute a stock market IPO, initial public offering, for around 300 billion yen, which is approximately 45 billion US dollars. The bank will give you access through HyperPay and HyperBC to your own personal Visa or MasterCard, with which you can earn through HyperFund Bitcoin staking per annum of 10%, USDT, which is a digital currency called Tether, tied to the US dollar. If you lodge that safely with HyperBC, they'll pay you 5.7% per annum. Now think back to the legacy banking system and find a bank that will give you 5.7% per annum on your paper dollars. It's harder and harder to find. So the new technology is taking over from the legacy systems. This Visa card, by the way, has a daily spend allowance of $50,000. So even in the legacy financial services and systems that exist today, Ryan and Sam must have stellar reputations to achieve that sort of spendability on a daily basis for HyperBC customers. So it's all very, very exciting.